Good morning. It's a great day in Detroit. It's a great day in District 1 and the Brightmoor Community. Welcome as we celebrate neighborhood restoration and beautification through partnerships with the city, the philanthropic and business communities, and local community stakeholders. My name is Stephanie Young. I'm the Department of Neighborhoods District 1 Manager. Now, when some people think of Brightmoor, they think of devastation and loss. However, when others look at Brightmoor, they see opportunity. Opportunity to help in the rebuilding of this community, to provide safe, healthy, and clean environment for its residents, particularly its children. This is how the Max M. and Marjorie S. Fisher Foundation and the Ajax construction team see Brightmoor, and they are not alone. Our mayor, he sees the same vision. Let's welcome him.
All right. This is just another step in rebuilding the city, and we have taken down well over 7,000 vacant and burned out homes in the last 18 months. But we don't take them down for the purpose of demolition. We take them down for the purpose of rebuilding the neighborhoods that we're in. And the philanthropic community has been so supportive in so many different ways. And today, I just want to thank the Max and Marjorie Fisher Foundation, who are a believer in what we're doing. And with their generosity with this $500,000 donation, they said, what could we do to improve the quality of life in the Brightmoor community? And so we sat down in partnership with the leadership with the Brightmoor neighborhood and said, you could take down 19, 20 houses and clean up 100 lots. Brightmoor's pretty big. And you could do that and then a month later wonder what you did. But the leadership here all said the same thing. This school, Gompers School, is an outstanding school. This school is the path to success for the young people who are growing up here. And the community said, let's concentrate all the efforts around the schools. Let's show the boys and girls in this community what they mean to us. And so all of the efforts are going to be concentrated right here, 19 houses, 100 lots. This area is going to look better, and we are just going to continue to build out further and further. And so I'm just so pleased that the philanthropic community continues to support us. Been a little bit of noise out there, but the vast majority of people in the city understand exactly what we're doing with this demolition program. It's like nothing that's going on in America, but it isn't a set of abstract numbers. It is one neighborhood after another neighborhood getting better. And at this point, I get to introduce one of Brightmoor's greatest champions, a man who knows these blocks blindfolded, their Councilman James Tate.
Brightmoor. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'll make sure you hear a temperature check. This is awesome. This is great. And what you see today is a culmination of a lot of folks who've worked for a long time trying to get projects done here in Brightmoor and in the city of Detroit. Brightmoor is going through a number of transformations over the years, and each one just a little bit different than the other. And what we see today with the project that we're about to undertake is not transformational. None of us is going to try to fool you into believing that, but it is a major, major piece in what's going to help get this community to its next and prayerfully best version that we've ever seen. And so I'm excited about all the changes that are coming to Brightmoor, but this community thrives on the hard work of the men, women, and children in this neighborhood. And you wouldn't see the support that you see here without that. You have the business community, the business sector, the philanthropic community, as well as city government. And we're here to support those efforts. And there's not much that we can do that's going to be successful without the men and women and, again, the children of Brightmoor pulling together. So we thank each and every one of you for being here. Look forward to the next and, again, prayerfully best version of Brightmoor because we know that there are great days to come here in the city of Detroit. Great to have the Fisher Foundation. I got to say that. You guys have been tremendous partners over the years to our community. So give them another round of applause, please, Max and Marjorie Fisher Foundation. When others said goodbye, this can't be done, they dug in deeper. And also the mayor, I got to commend you as well. Sir, you know, a lot of challenges in the city of Detroit. And for another round, yeah, give them a round of applause too. A lot of challenges in the city of Detroit. And you can't tackle each and every one of them at the same time. So some people want what we see here today done all throughout the city of Detroit. It can't happen everywhere, but I'm glad it's happening here today. And we're going to keep moving forward, I know, to make the city of Detroit, especially with this guy here and with the team that we've got assembled, a much better place than you see. And as I said before, you got enough of those days, you're going to have another year, and you're going to turn around and see a much better Detroit. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Tate, my councilman. I live right here in District 1, so wonderful. Look here, I'd like to bring up, we call them community stakeholders, but it's nothing like a praying community stakeholder. And so I want to bring up my friend, my partner, Reverend Larry Simmons. He is the executive director of the Brightmoor Alliance, as well as the pastor of Baber AME Church. Pastor Larry.
I pray Brightmoor. Brightmoor where? Up. Somebody say Brightmoor up. I was in a meeting with a mayor about 10 years ago who said we're going to take Brightmoor down. But the people of Brightmoor said, Brightmoor up. And as a result of that, there's a farmway on the far west side of Brightmoor. There's a hydroponics farm on the east side of Brightmoor. And in the center of Brightmoor is the gateway to prosperity for the children of this community. And this mayor, Mayor Mike Duggan, was the one man who said, listen, I'm going to let the people decide. This is the one characteristic about the Max and Marjorie Fisher Foundation that makes them such a tremendous partner in this community. And to be partnered with this mayor and the two of them together to come to the community and say, what do you think is best? And what is best is the future of our children, and clearing out all of this so that they can come to their school and learn and get on that pathway to prosperity is exactly what we all pray for them. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Mayor Duggan. Thank you, my favorite principal, Ms. Bobby Posey Milder. This partnership that we have with the city through Stephanie and through our Councilman Tate, this is something special. So everybody else who lives anywhere in Detroit, you need to move. We got space and we got places. Brightmoor up.
Well, I tell you, we're going to put him on the Building Detroit commercial. Yes, yes. Come to Brightmoor, come to District 1. Next, I want to bring up another one of my friends. You know, you can't get what you do done well without partners. And there's no greater partner than John George from Motor City Blightbusters. Let's welcome him to the podium. Come on, John.
Thank you, Stephanie. You know, Reverend Simmons is a hard act to follow, but I'm going to do my best. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. I've said this over and over and over. If you look around today and see the team that we've assembled, our friends from the Brightmoor Alliance, obviously our mayor, who's doing great work in the city, the Fisher Foundation and the Fisher family, couldn't have a better partner in this effort. You know, we've been working in this community for the last 27 years. Our goal is to stabilize and revitalize Detroit and to create homeowners and business owners opportunity and hope. And when you have this kind of a team moving in the right direction, communicating and working together, we can actually do that. So we're going to continue to bring people together. We're going to continue to stabilize and revitalize this community, and we're going to make it the kind of city we can all be proud of. Personally, I believe Detroit is on the front porch of the greatest urban comeback story in this nation's history. We've got to learn to work together to make it better. And I got to thank my team, Gordon, Jamie, Kevin, Marcus, and who else? All of you. Brian? Let's give Brian a round of applause. He's doing a hell of a job. All right, let me get off this mic before I say something that'll get me in trouble. God bless you.
We appreciate you, John George. Next, we want to bring up our principal here at Gompers Elementary Middle School, Principal Bobby Poser Milner. She is setting the example of education and providing a welcoming environment for young people. We're so blessed to have her in Brightmoor. Principal, come on up.
Wow, I have a lot of hard acts to follow. To our mayor, thank you so much for being here today. To our Councilman Tate, who is there to support us. To our course community partners, and especially Reverend Larry Simmons, who has helped us tremendously throughout these years. I want to say to you, first of all, I cannot think of a better family who loves Brightmoor than the Fishers. Everywhere I turn, Fisher has its hand on helping the citizens, the neighborhood in Brightmoor. So today is a great day as we look at blight in our neighborhood. To think that they were focused on, I don't know which committee focused on the school, but we are happy they focused on schools. When I went to school in Detroit, I started at 5 years old. I went to school K-12 and I went to Wayne State for both my degrees. And I actually lived Detroit. And when I walked to school, I did not see this. I felt safe. So as I look at the plan and what they plan to do, tear down this blight, tear down the trees and the shrubberies that in the summertime just enlopes the sidewalks where the kids are walking in the streets so they don't have to walk past those scary situations. I am so happy that we have begun the process of knocking down the blight in Brightmoor. Thank you so much again to our mayor, to the Fisher Foundation, to our community partners, and to each and every one of you. Thank you.
And you know, the principal can't do it by herself. She needs leadership right here within the school. And so next we'd like to bring up the head of the Gompers PTO, Mr. Adrian Harrell. Come on up.
Thank you very much. I would like to also thank our mayor, Mayor Duggan, also our councilman, our principal here at Gompers Elementary Middle School, and all of our surrounding partners, the Fisher Foundation. As a parent, you want your child to be safe en route to school and en route home from school. That's one thing we always want them to do is be safe. We tell them don't go around no bad areas or stay away from those vacant houses. But when you have an area of there's vacant houses that need to be torn down, you know, what does a child do? So we thank God for our partners that saw the problem and that came together and not just talked about the problem, but is now doing something about the problem and making the problem go away. Amen. And I thank God for Reverend Simmons myself. I talked to him a few weeks ago, and he began to tell me different things that's going on. And it's good to see it coming to pass. You know, it's not just talk. It's good to see it coming to pass. So once again, we thank you, and we thank you.
Wonderful. It sounds like it's a bunch of preachers in the house. We'll take it. We'll take it. So next, because as he talked about bringing things to pass, you know, it's a verse about write the vision and make it plain. And so we have the vision right now, but we want to bring up Rod Rickman, who's going to help us see that thing even clearer from Rickman Construction. Rod, come on up.
Thank you and good morning. On behalf of our team, we're very excited to participate as a partner on this. From the mayor's office and your commitment to help develop and clean up the blight, I think that your initiative and your proactiveness is outstanding. From being a lifelong Detroiter, being educated through the Detroit Public Schools, it is a refreshing opportunity to help clean these neighborhoods up and have them safe for the most precious jewel in our community, which are our kids. And also Fisher Foundation, once again, thank you, thank you, thank you for your commitment. We stand willing to support in any way we can, and we look forward to more support and more help from your office, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. And so now, we've thanked them, but now we want to hear a few words from them. From the Fisher Foundation, we welcome David Sherman, Amanda Fisher, and Peter Cummings. Come on up, you three.
Morning. I'm just glad it's not snowing today. So thank you. It's an honor to be here in Brightmoor this morning. I'm here to represent the entire family, along with the Max M. and Marjorie S. Fisher Foundation. I have my cousin here, Amanda Fisher, who's fellow vice chair of the board. I've got my son, who's the next gen chair, co-chair of division, and I've got my uncle, Peter Cummings. So thank you for being a part of this with me. First, we want to acknowledge Jamie Jacob and Ajax Paving for partnering with the foundation and their generous contribution on this project. This is one of the many efforts they have made to this community, and we are thankful for their support. We also want to thank Mayor Duggan and his team at the Land Bank and their work to bring this matter of blight removal to the forefront of the issues we need to face here in Detroit. We truly believe Brightmoor is full of possibility. For the last 7 years, we have been proud partners of so many dedicated and talented people here in the neighborhood. People like Reed Schumach and Neighbors Building Brightmoor, Reverend Simmons, and the entire board of the Brightmoor Alliance, John George and the Motor City Blightbusters, and the amazing early childhood educators of Rising Advocates for Young Children. These are just a few of the resident-driven efforts that have been doing fantastic work to transform this neighborhood and the spirit of this community. Please help me thank these people for their incredible work and dedication. The family and foundation were invited into this work by the Brightmoor Alliance and by the inspirational women in this neighborhood working in early childhood education. They wake up every morning to strive toward their goal of ensuring each child in Brightmoor is ready for kindergarten and reading at grade level by the 3rd grade. Thank you for all the love, hard work, and energy put forth every day for the children of this neighborhood. We see contributing toward removing blight from this neighborhood as part of our commitment to early childhood, as removing barriers to educational success. Lastly, we want to recognize the work of John George. John, in his nearly 30 years of fighting blight in this city, he has transformed houses, streets, blocks, and the mines, and even helped to change Devil's Night into Angel's Night. I am very glad to announce that along with this grant to the Land Bank, the foundation has also partnered with the Brightmoor Alliance to grant $200,000 to Motor City Blightbusters Detroit. This money will go for building summer youth employment, capacity building, and new blight removal equipment. John, thank you for all you've done and will continue to do for our city. We really appreciate it. Finally, I'd like to thank everybody for being here this morning, and I hope everybody has a happy and healthy holiday season.